Welcome to Introduction to Business online offered by Harper College. My name is Dr. George Mochocki. Well, this week we're going to week 11, which is on your personal finances. First of all, let me talk real quickly about last week. Last week we talked about chapter 16, which is promotional mix, and most of you had a good idea for your promotion. Some had everything else that all you had to do is just add it into your feasibility study. Remember, you have to start copying and pasting. There's a lot of good information last week that individuals helped each other or gave some input into your project and your feasibility and utilizing what promotional mix would work well for your target audience and your service and how they would get new information and research and look for new information. So this week, personal finance. Let's look about personal finance. Remember, we're already week 11. We only have 5 more weeks and we're almost done. Your personal finance, if you don't understand how to manage your own personal finance, you'll have problems if you're managing a small business. You have problems if you're managing a corporation or if you're managing a department within the corporation because you'll be doing a budget. So I used to do everything else about corporate finance, accounting, everything else, and then go into your personal. But I found out if I could bring you into your personal finance and you see how much similarities you'll have when you're doing when you look at the short YouTube I have just on personal finance, you'll be surprised how much you're ready. You're really a chief financial officer, most of us, if you're running your own home, I'm not saying home business, but just your everyday living expenses. How you manage you buy a car, you rent or you own a house, you buy food, you bring a new individual in, you figure out how you get more money, how you stretch the dollars you have. That's all finance. That's basically what a business individual is doing it, only you're doing it from your own personal life for your own personal living. Okay, so let's look at personal finance. We're going to go into chapter 11, and this one here we got chapter 11. I mean, not chapter, week 11. You'll have my short YouTube that basically will just talk about this chapter. It's sometimes listed as chapter D as a supplemental, or it could be listed if you look at the True to Connect homework when you're doing some of the Connect. It'll be listed as chapters 24. Okay, so we have this. You have your overview. Okay, so click out the overview. You had the short YouTube just as an introduction. And what we have our form. Now let me look at your form. Your form, I did one thing. You have a quick, how is your, I don't want to really know about your personal finance. Don't say, I'm broke. Well, you could say that. I'm not as much interested in your own personal, dollars you're making. I want you to start thinking. How do I manage? How do I reel in my own personal debt, or how do I get out of debt, or how do I increase my value if I have extra money or extra capital? From my personal perspective, do I invest it in stocks? Do I invest it into bonds? Or what do I do with this extra cash that I have available? Or do I open up a new business? Or do I or I lend money out and get as a venture capitalist or an angel a lender and get their money back. So all those are things you're thinking what you do with my personal assets. Now take this up and let's look at what you do with your personal finances. Okay, so you'll have this. You're going to do an internet search. You're going to look at different sites. You're going to talk about sites, and you're going to look at student loans, how to get out of student loans. Should I utilize student loans? How do I get it? What's the new banking rules? What's the new credit cards? What's happening? Throw in Obamacare if you want. I have this real quick CNN financial health. Now here's how this thing works. You're going to put your age. Let's say if you're 26, doesn't make a difference. I'm just putting it. And if you're a student and you're making maybe 12,000 a year, they kind of guess. I'm just making it just up to 12,000, and you go. And now it's going to say, do you have house payments and mortgage rent? And you can say, yeah, my rent is. Let's see what an average rent would be. Let's say $670. Okay, I got a studio apartment. I enter that and it says, careful, you're spending way too much. Remember, you're looking at your 12,000, or you're living at home. If you're living at home, just say your rent may be. What are you paying your parents? I always say, even if you're paying your parents sporadically, or you're paying them something, it looks like you're still paying a rent. So let's say I'm paying $500, $250 a month. Okay, so I enter this, and then what's this? Congratulations. For what I'm making, where I'm living, this is good. Then I'm going to go as how much your debt. And this credit card. And see, what I'm trying to do is for yourself to see how do you manage. Are you managing it good? And then you're going to put that into your what do you call it, in your Blackboard comments, all right? So I created one site for you, do it, and then enter in there. And then from a business perspective, the questions I want you to look, how are you going to finance your venture? Is it going to be from your personal assets? Do I put my personal assets as collateral? And that's going to be some of the discussion within our forums, okay? So that takes care of your what do you call it, weekly forums. Remember to work like it's this week. How much did I get for the forums? I increased them to 25 points, extra points. Those of you that are waiting for last minute, just do one or two, you're losing points. It's like from a business, I can tell you're not a good business person, you're not utilizing. These are easy points. You can knock them out and get money. It's revenue coming in. So from business, I'm looking at what kind of source of revenue. I may have a small business, a hot dog stand, but I'm renting a above apartment. That's another stream of revenue. Or I'm renting another, I got a garage in back. That's another stream of revenue. It's all underneath my sole proprietorship that I look at different ways of making money. Okay, so you're looking at this. So you're looking at your forms. You're only going to have one connect worth 15 points. It's a learn smart, so you're going to go back and forth. I set it for 40 minutes. If you read the chapter, you understand this. It should be a breeze. You'll be done within 40 minutes. Okay, and then you're gonna have one quiz, and the quiz on this one here is worth you have 45 minutes. I forget how many points, 10 points. So you should be doing pretty good on the quizzes, and you should be done. All right, and then you have the YouTube. These are different sites you could go in there. Personal finance, she talks about it. If while you're searching the sites and you come up with another site, post that site within your debate or your forum, and I'll cut and paste it and put it in here. Okay, so that takes care of our weekly 11. We only got 5 minutes. This is a real quick overview. You shouldn't do too well on this. Keep up on this. Start thinking about your business plans. You're going to have to figure out how you're going to finance your venture. Are you going to use get a traditional loan? Are you going to use an angel investor? Are you going to use family that's going to invest within your project? And then also look at my short video on how do I uh, look at personal finances, because if you understand your personal finances, then you'll understand business finances. They have just more money, more requirements, more way of getting capital to you, but it's still the same logic, the same rationale. All right, so my name is Dr. George Mochocki. Welcome to week 11. You're on your way down now on personal finance, which would be an introduction where we're going to go into accounting and financial manager and finance in the last chapters of this course. Okay, and I'll see you on my time.